إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله
Mirror
إلا الله محمد رسول
and X-ray, which you can find in the header to help you out with this step.
الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
You can also use a cube to add the wings,
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
and adjust the form in the same way.
رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله
A plane is all you need.
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله
For the tail feather, cylinders for the feet, and
إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله
legs. A cylinder plane is all you need for the tail feather, cylinders for
رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
The feet and legs. You can also redefine the origin of an object in the right-click context menu to rotate these cylinders around a different point. This will make angling the leg joints a bit easier. Right now, the character is kind of intersecting with the ground level, so moving it up a little bit is a good idea to make it really stand on the 0 point of the world. Now we have everything laid out, but it's still only one side.
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله
In the fundamentals, the modifiers were briefly mentioned but barely used. Modifiers are an alternative way of modeling.
لا
Modifiers are an alternative way of modeling to the usual modeling manually and destructively in edit mode. Since modifiers are only really part of the mesh once you apply them really, since modifiers are in edit mode. Since modifiers are only really part of the mesh once you apply them. Them really part of the mesh once you apply them. It's very easy to make changes at any
So in order to fix the rectangle, and we cannot see the individual steps anymore. So in order to fix this, go up to the viewport shading menu and enable cavity. Now we can see all the individual steps of the stairs. And also if we look at it from the side view, we can see the geometry better with the cavity option enabled.
any point and keep the original to make changes at any point and keep the original mesh intact. As an example, let's delete one side of the face and add a mirror modifier in the modifier tab. This will mirror the geometry using a set axis across the origin point of the object. Tab. This will mirror the geometry using a set axis across the geometry using a set axis. This will mirror the geometry using a set tab. This will mirror the geometry using a set axis across the origin point of the object. Of course, if you move your vertices around, it might still move onto the other side. It might still move onto. If you move your vertices around, it might still move onto. The other side and not properly merge at the center anymore. For this, you can enable the option clipping, which will make geometry stick to the center. But be careful, make geometry stick to the center. But be careful not to accidentally clip vertices, or you will have to disable clipping again to make them unstuck. The other most essential modifier is the subdivision surface. The most essential make them unstuck. The other most essential modifier is the subdivision surface modifier, or subdivision. In short, This divides your object and smooths
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا
the surface modifier, or subdiv in short.
إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا
Division surface modifier, or subdiv in
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله
short. This divides your object and smooths the result to add more detail to your object and short. This divides
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
your object and smooths
الله محمد رسول الله لا إله
the result to add more detail.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول
Detail and definition.
لا
If your viewport is ever getting too slow because of all the divisions, there are separate sliders for the render and the viewport divisions. The optimal display toggle is also removing all of the new divisions from the wireframes to give a smooth and optimized view of your model. There are separate sliders for the render and the viewport divisions. The optimal display toggle is
إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
is also
إله إلا الله
removed
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله
all of the new divisions from the wireframes to give a smooth visions. Full display toggle is also removing all of the new divisions from the wireframes to give a smooth and optimized view of your model. Using this modifier as a preview in edit mode,
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله
You can then easily define a smooth shape with a fraction of the geometry. Adding the mirror modifier to the wing, unfortunately, adding the mirror modifier to the wing unfortunately doesn't quite work in this case unless we change the origin and the rotation of the object so that it mirrors everything perfectly across to the other side. Change the origin and the rotation of the object so that it mirrors everything perfectly across to the other side. But there is a trick. You can assign a mirror object which will then be used as the origin object, which will then you can assign a mirror object which will then be used as the origin to mirror from. You can assign a mirror object which will then be used as the origin to mirror from. So you can click on the color picker icon and pick the cube in the center, and the wing will appear on the other side of the cube.
محمد رسول محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Repeat this process for the other objects and try the other modifiers if you want.
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد
Want and experiment.
لا
With all of these new objects, it's time to organize the file. With all of these new, if you want, and experiment. With all
الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله
all of these new objects, it's time to organize the file a little bit. I'll move the
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد
and collections however much you want.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله
Excluded for now.
إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا
You can also rename the
لا إله إلا الله محمد
objects and collections however much you want.
لا إله
Now it's time to model the object further. In my case, I'll continue to define the face.
إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله
Switch over to edit mode
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد
define the face.
الله
Switch over to edit mode
إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
and use the loop cut tool or the shortcut Ctrl R
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا
One very powerful modeling tool in Blender is the Loop Cut and Slide tool. To use it, simply go to the Quick Tools menu on the left while in Edit mode and select it. Then, hover over your mesh with your cursor and you'll notice a yellow indicator that seems to loop around your mesh in various ways. If you left click, you'll notice that the Loop Cut has created a new loop of edges around your mesh where the indicator was, inserting new vertices wherever necessary. This is very handy for manually increasing the number of polygons in certain parts of your mesh for modeling. So that's the Loop Cut part of the tool, but what about the Slide part of the tool? Well, for that, all you have to do is left click drag instead. You'll notice that instead of immediately creating the loop cut in the middle, it allows you to slide the loop along your mesh. Instead of immediately creating the loop cut in the middle, it allows drag instead. You'll notice that instead of immediately creating the loop cut in the middle, it allows you to slide the loop along your mesh before letting go of left click. The placement of your loop cut will then correspond to wherever you dragged it along the mesh. If you happen to start dragging the loop cut on accident and would prefer to cut your mesh along the middle after all, simply right click before letting go of left click to cancel the slide. If you notice in the bottom left hand corner, after you've created a loop cut, an operator panel will appear that you can expand. This panel will include settings that will affect what your recently performed loop cut will do. For example, you can increase or decrease the number of cuts along your mesh, smooth your mesh based on a falloff, or slide to adjust your loop cut along your mesh with the factor value. For hotkey users, simply press Ctrl R. However, I should mention that if you already have the loop cut tool selected, Ctrl R will simply act as a left click action, entering the tool into slide mode. So I recommend using the hotkey without the tool selected. Now, there are a few key differences between hotkey users and toolbar users for this particular tool. Assuming you do not have the loop cut tool selected and you press Ctrl R, you will also be able to very easily change the number of cuts you make by using the scroll wheel. This bypasses the need to open the operator panel to change the number of cuts. When left clicking with the Ctrl R hotkey, you'll also notice that it automatically enters slide mode instead of creating a loop cut immediately like the toolbar tool does. Simply right click to default the loop cut back to the middle of the section you cut, or left click to confirm your slide position. Real quick, let's take a look at the practical application of the loop cut tool. For this, we're going to go ahead and make a chair. First thing I'll do is take my cube and scale it down so it's flatter. Then I can take the loop cut tool and cut my mesh in a few places that will give me more faces in particular areas of the mesh that I want to work with. For example, we're going to have to add the back of the chair as well as the legs of the chair. So let's make sure we have 4 faces we can choose from for the legs, as well as a row of faces for the back. Face to add particular area of the chair mesh that I want to work with. For example, we're going to have to add the back of the chair as well as the legs of the chair. So let's make sure we have 4 faces we can choose from for the legs, as well as a row of faces for the back. From here, I can use the extrude tool, which will be covered in its own video, to add geometry to my mesh along my selection. I hope this demonstrates how useful the loop cut tool can be.
And you the face. Switch over to edit mode and use the loop cut tool or the shortcut. Cut Ctrl R for adding extra loops. Switch over to edit mode and use the loop cut tool or the shortcut Ctrl R for adding extra loops, for refining the shapes and adding more geometry to push around. Because of the subdiv modifier, the closer geometry gets, the more it will pinch geometry to push around. Because of the subdiv modifier, push around, for refining the shapes and adding more geometry to push around, for refining the shapes and adding more adding extra loops, for refining the shapes and adding more geometry to push around. Because of the subdiv modifier, the closer geometry gets, because of shapes and adding more geometry to push around, for refining the shapes and adding more geometry to push around. Around. Because of the subdiv modifier, the closer geometry gets, the more it will pinch and essentially prevent this average smoothing. Grab, rotate and scale the mesh to resemble the general form you want to go for. You can also press G twice to slide vertices and edge, to press G to form you want to go for. You can also press G twice to slide vertices and edges along instead of freely moving them. By selecting and extruding some faces, we can create
لا إله إلا الله
a
إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله.
By selecting and extruding some faces, we can create a nose and beak area. If you slide the upper edge fully into one area, some faces we can create a nose and beak area. If you slide the upper edge fully into one side,
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله.
Workspaces are customizable, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the viewport. You can change into edit mode in any workspace viewport by changing the value of this drop-down menu or pressing the Tab key. But the modeling workspace tries to make itself as convenient as possible for you to get started modeling. It also removes the timeline, as modeling typically does not require any animation. The sculpting workspace is similar to the modeling workspace, but
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا
but is used for method of this in object visible. You must be that their hand texture paint is probably what some of you were thinking tuner. If you want a more accurate display of your shader, there's a dope sheet which looks similar to the timeline. 390 dope sheet the render test compared slow layer manipulator for animation. So in this video, we're going to render collect off scene into character objects and camera objects. Needed, but the objects within. As promised, let's talk on what modeling entails. As you can see, the object is in edit mode, which is very important for modeling since it relies on manipulating the vertices, edges, and faces of a mesh. You'll also notice that the modeling workspace opens the Quick Tools menu on the left for us already. While in edit mode, the left-hand side Quick Tools menu, knife, and loop videos. The modeling workspace also automatically brings us to the modifiers tab of our properties editor as well mode. Each of these menus are several more options up here at the top of the viewport now that we're in edit mode. Each of these menus will give you additional operators to work with during modeling. That being said, most basic functions will be available through the Quick Tools menu alone. Just to demonstrate real quick, let's say we want to model a chair. You can do that very easily in the modeling workspace.
You can merge these vertices by distance. On side, you can merge these vertices by distance by using the M menu. The I were so
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله
The eyes were so far missing, so
إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله
I'll add them as spheres as well.
إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله
Are miss-
إلا الله لا
The eyes were so far missing,
الله لا إله إلا الله
so
محمد رسول
the eyes were so far missing.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله
So I'll add them as
إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
spheres as well. For some extra definition, add more objects and extrude some areas. Add them as spheres as well. For some extra
select the edge in between D. This could join them to solve the endgame divide. Shift D, then move the mouse. Of nearby ones, select the vertex and press Shift Ctrl B, then move the mouse. Scroll the wheel to info.
so much shit for you, but yeah, all you do is call out my wrong. I'm always there for you, but yeah, all you do is call out when I'm gone. Just make up your mind, I don't wanna waste my time. Stop saying that you love me when you don't even try. I've been up since the AM, bottling up my emotions. Cause when I say what's wrong, that's another fucking wrong. So I'm done, say goodbye. Go ahead and cry, yeah, you had all this time. So I'm done, say goodbye. Go ahead and cry, yeah, you had all this time. And I've learned you can't undo this hurt. Goddamn, you did me dirt. Goddamn. And I've learned you can't undo this hurt. Goddamn, you did me dirt. Goddamn. So I'm done. Say goodbye. Go ahead and cry. Yeah, you had all this time, so I'm done. Say goodbye. What's the point in trying now when you had all this time? What's the point in trying now when you had all this time?
Select the vertex and press Alt-V. This also creates triangles. Select the edge in between and press Ctrl X.
I'm so fucking ugly inside, and I don't know. I don't think that I will find my love. I don't think that I will find my home. Devil says that I should sell my soul. You must pay, for your sins, and no, maybe they can save you, my baby, but you must pay, oh yeah. You must pay, for your sins, and no, maybe they can save
Creates triangles. Select the vertex and press Alt-V. This also creates
thoughts keep running inside my head, and I don't know why, but they want me dead. Where's my God? I just need some help, cause demons keep screaming inside my brain. I'm praying, my Lord. I'm praying cause my devil is behind my back home. He's telling me you must pay, for your sins, and no, maybe they can save you, my baby, but you must pay, oh yeah. You must pay, for your sins, and no, maybe they can save you, my baby, but you must pay, oh yeah. I'm not so perfect, baby, are you worth it? Come right in, come right in. I'm not so perfect, baby, are you worth it? Come right in, come right in. I'm not so perfect, baby, are you worth it? Come right in, come right in. I'm not so perfect, baby, are you worth it?
triangles. Select the edge in between and press Ctrl X. Select a vertex and press Alt-D. This creates a vertex and also some n-gons. Select two vertices and press J to join them to solve the n-gon. Select two vertices and press J to join them to solve the n-gon. Select two vertices that make this creates a vertex and also some n-gons. Select two vertices and press J to join them to solve the n-gon. Select two vertices.
Please don't leave and take my hand. Drowning inside these walls of fear. Take my hand and stay with me, my dear. I think you broke my heart again. Please don't leave and take my hand. Drowning inside these walls of fear. Take my hand and stay with me, my dear. I think you broke my heart again. Please don't leave and take my hand.
You knew before I did.
Inside these walls of
Why are you crying? Don't you know? Yes, I know exactly.
I know you love him, but it's over.
You think that I nag you?
That's all you do! All you do is nag me! The bathroom's a mess. Your belt doesn't match. Hey, Gil, you should probably go work out. Nothing I ever do is ever good enough. I just want to be left the hell alone.
Nothing heals the past like time. They can't steal the love you're born to fight. I know you love him, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away. Let him go. It'll be alright.
Really? Is that what you want, Gary? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
Fine, great, do whatever the hell you want. You leave your socks all over this house, dress like a pig, play your stupid ass video game, I don't care, I'm done.
I know you love him, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away. Let him go. It'll be alright. Nothing heals the past like time. They can't steal the love you're born to fight. I know you love him, but it's over, mate. It doesn't matter, put the phone
run. I don't deserve this. I really do not deserve this. I deserve somebody who gives a shit. I'm not spending one more second of this life with some inconsiderate prick. You're a prick.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me. Because if you say that, then I won't call you. And I won't be in your life.
Nobody loves you like I do. Nobody feels the way I do. You're the only one that I can trust. You're the one who found me when I was lost. Better things are yet to come. I'll be waiting with you.
Today we are going to show how to add vertices and edges to your object. To add edges, select your object. Switch to edit mode and hit Ctrl+R. Hover over your face and increase the edges with your mouse wheel. The second way is with the knife tool. Press K. Hold your left mouse button to draw a line and hit enter.
Do you wish to find the truth in my lies? Sorry, darling, there's no truth here. No, it's just the two of us, my dear. Listen to me, don't you hear? I only fell for you. I only fell for you, baby. Don't you let them see your fear. Promise not to shed a tear. I only fell for you. I only fell for you, baby. Sometimes the truth hurts more than the lie. My feelings for you will never die. You say I'm perfect and wouldn't be worth it to try.
Are you leaving?
Again.
Yes.
You're going through shit, just don't make excuses. You don't want me anymore. say you love me, but tell him you want him. You say you're sorry, but then go look for him. You got me so fucked up. You got me so fucked up.
Edges selector for your face knife tool. To make it a K, hold your left mouse button to draw a line and hit enter. To make it a straight line, switch to orthographic mode with 3 on your numpad.
Things would be different now. And maybe if we met at a different time,
press C. Hit enter to apply. Next we are going to add vertice B. Hit and switch to ordered apply.
I'm asking you really nice.
Next.
Please. Please for me. Oh, fuck off. Go. Don't leave me.
Hey, what's the matter, honey?
I don't sleep 'cause when I do, all I dream are dreams of you. And in yours you say the keys are falling out. I don't sleep 'cause when I do, all I dream are dreams of you. And in yours you say the keys are falling out.
Extra definition, add more objects and extrude some areas like eye sockets and the beak. Moving on. On like eye sockets.
Anyone, you know what I mean? It's hard. It's honestly hard, like being by yourself. Because you want to have people there. But now, since you're always by yourself, you don't really have anyone. Like, you can't just open up to someone randomly, you know what I mean?
Tell me that it's okay. You know it's not okay. We just talking shit. It's all part of the foreplay. I know you don't love me no more. I can tell by the way that you walk out that door. I know that you miss my face. I miss your head. You know you miss my brain. I miss your sense. Hope you say my fucking name. Accident, hope you know my fucking name. And you in bed with him, like what I do to you. All I ever did was love you, yeah. You had me hypnotized, cause you a demon in disguise. Had me fucked up for these past couple months. God, I'm feeling so numb. God, I'm feeling so numb. Wait, wrong song. Pointing to a bitch now, I'm getting rich. Got checks coming in, got bodies throwing it, and I'm doing it all without you. And I'm doing it all without you. Yeah, pointing to a bitch now, I'm getting rich. Got checks coming in, got bodies throwing it, and I'm doing it all without you. And I'm doing it all without you.
Tell me that it's okay, you know it's not okay. You turn off my text, but you turn on when all my songs play. I haven't known you for too long, but you know that what you did to me was just wrong. You know that I want you back, but I think you want him back, though he only makes you mad. So now you're facing the facts. Hope you remember this time when he screws you over. Only happy when I'm faded, only thinking when I'm sober. If I catch you out with him, just know I won't be mad, cause you got better things to do than let him treat you bad. Maybe I just miss you and that's hard for you to see. Will you come back to me after you leave? Wait, wrong song.
Pointed to a bitch now, I'm getting rich. Got checks coming in, got bodies throwing it, and I'm doing it all without you. And I'm doing it all without you. Yeah, pointed to a bitch now, I'm getting rich. Got checks coming in, got bodies throwing it, and I'm doing it all without you. And I'm doing it all without you.
Pointed to a bitch now, I'm getting rich now. Checks coming in, got bodies throwing it, and I'm doing it all without you. And I'm doing it all without you. All without you. All without you. All without you. All without you.
I'm done feeling worthless and perfect. You hit me where it hurts. You put the blade right on my wrist and slid until it spurts out blood red. Dead. That's just how I'm feeling. You tell me that you love me, but that you go leaving. Why? You're so surprised. You're a demon in disguise. These past 2 weeks, all I've been doing is crying, tired of putting on my effort, but never receiving you. Tell me I'm a piece of shit and that I really feel it. I'm not enough and I'm sorry. I really love you and I'm sorry. I struggle that's showing and I'm sorry. You pretend to smile and I'm sorry. Yeah. No, no, no. I'm done feeling worthless and perfect. You hit me where it hurts. You put the blade right on my wrist and slid until it spurts out blood red. Dead. That's just how I'm feeling. You tell me that you love me, but that you go leaving. Why? You're so surprised. You're a demon in disguise. These past 2 weeks, all I've been doing is crying, tired of putting on my effort, but never receiving you. Tell me I'm a piece of shit and that I really feel it. I'm not enough and I'm sorry. I really love you and I'm sorry. I struggle that's showing and I'm sorry. You pretend to smile and I'm sorry. Yeah. No, no, no. No, no, no.
And the beak.
Smile, I start joking.
tired and run out of love. And what did you expect when you treat me like that and move on to the next? Was I not and now your hands are holding her. Is love still worth it, even when it hurts? And I thought you were different, but you're just the same. And my heart still breaks when I hear your name.